Let me ask you something simple, but powerful. What if the reason you feel drained, scattered, and restless in your own home has nothing to do with your age, but with your clutter? I'm not talking about messy homes or being untidy. I'm talking about the quiet piles of things that surround you, steal your focus, and whisper to you every day, "You're behind. You'll never catch up." Today, I'm going to share one declutter hack that seniors all over the country say changed their life forever. It's not a full house makeover. It's not about filling donation bins. It's one small change that can shift your stress, your focus, and even your joy. Stay with me until the end, because this is the one habit older women and men say gave them their peace back, and you can try it today. I want you to meet Ruth. She's 72, a retired nurse who gave her entire career to caring for others. Patients, children, grandchildren, everyone. But she never realized how much her home was quietly weighing her down. Ruth told me, "I always thought clutter was just part of life. Old clothes I might wear again, stacks of magazines, birthday cards from decades ago. I thought it didn't matter." But slowly, her home began to feel heavier. She lost things more often. She felt tired just walking from room to room. And sometimes, she admitted, she sat in her chair surrounded by clutter and thought, "This is just how old age feels." What Ruth didn't know is that her clutter was stealing more than her space, it was stealing her peace of mind. Until she discovered one simple hack that changed everything. Scientists have studied this, and the results are clear. Clutter raises stress. At UCLA, researchers followed families and discovered that people surrounded by clutter had higher cortisol levels, the stress hormone. For seniors, that stress compounds because energy is lower, focus is harder, and clutter increases risks of accidents. Think about it. Every time you see a messy pile, your brain processes it as unfinished business. Over time, that mental load wears you down. Psychologists call it decision fatigue, when even small choices, like picking clothes or finding a bill, feel exhausting. Ruth described it perfectly. She said, "It wasn't the work of cleaning that made me tired, it was the constant reminder that I hadn't done it." That's why older women often feel exhausted in their own homes, not from age, but from the weight of clutter. So, what changed for Ruth? She discovered what experts call a clarity zone. It's simple. Pick one small, visible, daily use space, like your nightstand, your entryway table, or your kitchen counter, and clear it completely. Then, only put back the 3 to 5 essentials you use every day. That's it. Why does it work? Because your brain craves visual order. When you look at a clear space, your stress lowers instantly. Researchers at Princeton found that visual clutter literally competes for your attention, reducing your ability to focus. By creating one clear zone, you give your brain relief and a sense of control. For Ruth, it was her nightstand. She cleared away old pill bottles, magazines, and random notes. She left only her lamp, her glasses, and her Bible. That night, she told me, for the first time in years, I felt calm going to bed. The incredible part, this one hack doesn't stop at one space. Once Ruth saw how peaceful her nightstand looked, she wanted that same calm in her kitchen. She cleared her counter, keeping only a small fruit bowl. Suddenly, making breakfast felt lighter. Then she tackled her dining table. For the first time in years, she ate dinner without pushing aside piles of papers. It spread. One small clarity zone became 2, then 3. Ruth laughed and said, "I didn't even realize I was decluttering my house. I was just chasing the feeling of peace." That's the ripple effect. One small win grows into momentum, without overwhelm. But here's what struck me most about Ruth's story. It wasn't just her house that changed. It was her heart. Before, she often described herself as restless, anxious, even defeated. But as she created clarity zones, her mood shifted. She smiled more. She told me she felt more in control of her days. She even started inviting her neighbor for coffee again, something she hadn't done in years because she was embarrassed by the clutter. This is the hidden truth. Clutter fuels emotions like guilt, grief, and shame. But clearing even one space can release some of that weight. Ruth said, "It felt like I'd been carrying sadness without realizing it. And suddenly, I could breathe again." Decluttering is never just about stuff, It's about emotional freedom. Here's how you can try Ruth's hack yourself. 1. Choose one small, visible space you see every day: nightstand, kitchen counter, or entryway table. 2. Clear it completely. Every single thing off. 3. Wipe it down. This step matters. It's symbolic of a fresh start. 4. Return only 3 to 5 items you use daily or that bring peace. 5. Stop there. Don't move on until you've enjoyed that one clear space for a few days. That's your clarity zone. And it's enough to begin. Ruth said, "Every time I looked at my nightstand, it reminded me I could do this. One small space at a time." Ruth isn't alone. Helen, 69, created a clarity zone on her kitchen counter. She said cooking became joyful again because she wasn't fighting piles of mail. George, 75, cleared his entryway table. He told me, "For the first time, I was proud to open my door to visitors." Each of them found freedom not by decluttering their whole house, but by starting with one small clarity zone. So here's the truth. Clutter isn't just stealing your space. It's stealing your peace, your focus, and your joy. But you don't need a full weekend, or a massive project, or the energy you don't think you have. You just need one small clarity zone. Ruth's words stay with me. "I thought I was too old to change. Turns out, I was just one clear space away from hope." Tonight, before bed, pick one surface. Clear it completely. Feel the peace it brings. And tomorrow, notice how much lighter your heart feels. If this video touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, or someone in your family who may need the same reminder. And if you'd like more gentle guidance and stories like Ruth's, subscribe for more. Together, we'll build lives that are lighter, freer, and filled with peace.